Hi kids, welcome back to Kate Productions. Today we're going to be reading Singing Sensation. If you haven't watched the previous parts, please do so before watching this one, as this is the last part. So let's get started. Let's go. Soon the submarine sank into the churning waves and disappeared from sight. I stared out over the dark ocean, deep in thought. Even though the cats had gone, I was still worried. I wondered if and when Double P would come back. I wondered what evil plans he had coming up on Cat Island. I wondered if he was cooking up mice. Suddenly, I began to feel sick to my stomach. Maybe it was the cycling. Maybe it was the stinky fish oil in my fur. But whatever it was, there was one thing I knew for sure. It was time to go home. Let's go, I told my friends. We rode back through the streets of New Mouse City. At that moment, I saw some newspapers fluttering by in the breeze. I had a brilliant idea. I hurried. I could publish a special edition of the Rodents Gazette. I would be Fabby Mouse. Stop the presses! My friends dropped me off at the Rodents Gazette. I ran straight into the office. Stop the presses, I squeaked at the top of my lungs. We're going to do a special edition of the Gazette. It's sensational news. I raced toward the press room with my staff following me down the hallway. My secretary, Mousella MacMouser, took notes as I explained my exciting adventure. I told everyone about Pussycat Pulverizer's plot to sell thousands of stolen CDs. I told them about his black camper and submarine, the Cruel Cat Express, and about his whiny cousin Cleveland. Then I showed everyone the photos I had taken. I couldn't take my eyes off one shot of Double P racing for the submarine. I felt like he was staring right at me. Cheese niblets. I was glad we escaped from such an evil cat. Stop the presses, special edition. Here are the photos I shot during the incredible adventure. I printed them in my newspaper. The Cruel Cat submarine. Pussycat Pulverizer entering the submarine. The submarine going underwater. The Rodents Gazette, Special Edition. Get back to work! The special edition was a big success. I was happy I even got a note from my impossibly hard to please grandfather William Shortpaws. It read, "Nice Geronimo. Now get back to work, Grandfather William." I smiled. My grandfather William was the tough mouse. You might even say he was as tough as a cat. Banana Bonanza Buffet. The next night, Hercule had a party at his house. He invited Champ, me, and all of my friends from the Rodents Gazette. I put on my best jacket. I combed my fur until it gleamed. Then I added a spritz of cologne. I felt great. I arrived at Hercule's house right on time, but when I rang the bell, disaster struck. First globs of honey rained down on my head. Then a fan blew a cloud of feathers at me. I looked like a mouse who had been attacked by a gang of crazed chickens. I stomped into Hercule's kitchen, showering the place with feathers. Oh, how did I get myself into such a mess? At that moment, I noticed a strange scent in the air. "Oh, what did you make for dinner, Hercule?" I said suspiciously. Hercule grinned. "You're not going to believe this, Stilton. Tonight I have whipped up what I like to call a banana bonanza buffet," he squeaked. "I made banana appetizers, banana soup, banana cheese loaf, and even banana ice cream for dessert." I clutched my stomach. Did I mention I hate bananas? I was feeling worse than ever. My tail had stuck to the countertop, there was a feather in my nose, and I was starving. In their other room, I could hear Hercule greeting our friends. Everyone was laughing and talking as the house filled with guests. I listened for a minute and then I made a decision. I found a piece of stale bread and a crust of blue cheese in Hercule's refrigerator. Then I took a shower, put one of Hercule's robes, and joined my friends. After all, it's not the food that makes a perfect dinner party, it's the company of good friends. Here are some jokes we heard at Hercule's dinner party. I was walking under a window when a radio fell on my head, Nibble tells his friend. Holy cheese, did you get hurt? Asks his friend. No, luckily it was playing soft music. Furbrain and his wife leave for vacation. At the airport, Furbrain stamps his paw and says, I should have brought the piano. What for? Asks his wife. Because I left the plane tickets on it. Mrs. Rat is singing loudly in the shower. What did you do with the money? Asks Mr. Rat. What money? Replies Mrs. Rat. The money I gave you for singing lessons. Rat munching rattlesnakes. The following month, I was working quietly when I had a commotion outside my office. A second later, my door burst open and Champ Strongpaws zoomed in. He was riding a bicycle built for two, which is also known as a tandem bicycle. Before I could ask him why he was riding a bike with two seats, Champ rolled over my tail and skidded to a stop. Rat munching rattlesnakes, I screeched, jumping to my paws. Champ grinned. Mr. G, you must be reading my mind, he said. I was just thinking about snakes. In fact, I'd come here to tell you about the exciting trip I have planned for us. Just imagine a dry desert under the blazing sun, sand dunes as far as the eye can see, and strange wild animals like poisonous snakes and spiders as large as chickens. I shivered. What was Chang talking about? A trip for the two of us? It was then that I noticed the sleeping bags, tents, and canteens attached to Champ's bicycle. Oh no, not one of Champ's crazy bike races. I wasn't an athlete, plus I was way too busy at work. In a daze, I listened to Champ as he went on about all the things we could do and see. We would pedal for miles on end, drink cactus juice, and frying eggs by the heat of the blistering sun. Whew, I felt tired just imagining it. Without thinking, I plopped down on the back of Champ's bicycle. I heard a triumph screech. Yeah! Champ squeaked. Then he began to pedal like a mad mouse. I knew you wouldn't miss this trip, Mr. G, he cried. Adventure, here we come! At first, I tried to stop him. Then I gave up and started to pedal. Having a wild desert adventure might be sort of fun after all. I mean, if a mouse like me could become a singing sensation, then I guess anything really is possible. That brings us to the end of Singing Sensation. Thank you all for listening, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.